Why, good evening, you beautiful souls. It's been a minute. Um, as many of you in my life know, my father passed away the morning of September 11th. And I mean that like this year, not as in the event. So my family's been dealing with stuff, so I wanted to take a little bit of time for myself, especially considering I had the calling with some experiences that I had that morning in my own meditation and kind of digestion and processing of my father's passing. Um, and I knew that I wanted to be in the right space in my own heart before I don't know, gifted this to the world. So tonight's going to be really special. This is an opportunity for you to really grieve with grace, as one can say. And that's the power of spirituality. That's the power of this inner looking, this self development, this path of self awareness is one can transcend the physicality, the temporary existence, and come to tap into the eternal nature of our beingness. And that right there is the secret sauce, you could say, to transcending and liberating yourself from fear, going beyond the fear of death. And this is purely because you recognize that birth and death are natural. They're the dualities of one another, but life is eternal. What we are, what our beingness, our essence of that sense of self is, goes beyond this body. It's embodied in the flesh, using this body as a vehicle. Yet when we seemingly lose loved ones that are close to us, it's important to remember the fundamental nature of what we know about our universe itself, that everything is energy, that you, yourself, your consciousness, your beingness is energy. Your body returns to the earth, transferring different forms of energy back into it. It's a constant recycling process, but that essence of our soul, that spirit, is a cell of the source, the creator. And it enables us to fully tap into this existence beyond time and space. And you already know from your own personal experience in life that you can transcend time, those moments of being in the flow and in the zone, that the experiences of even space can seemingly flash before your eyes, traveling great distances in short times from being in contemplation or a focused state. There's so much that we don't know about the human potential, and it's important to really come to first hand know and experience, because experiential knowledge is the highest form of knowing. This power, this ability to connect in this bridge of the heart, this gateway, this portal of love in which we reside. So this evening, in the process of grieving with grace, if you have a loved one you've lost, and there's a lot of people, considering everything that's been going on this past almost 2 years now, that have lost and haven't had a proper, appropriate, healthy, loving way to grieve due to the restrictions and lockdowns and all the other things. So it's important to come together and uplift one another in this transformative process of the human experience, to go beyond life and death in this conscious living state, to connect on this level of the heart, which is always connected with those beyond, your loved ones, your ancestors, our family. So come to recognize that, as many say, guardian angels and gatekeepers, all of them, your teachers and more, all reside within that same space, that ethereal, intangible realm that we can't see in the limited five senses and aspects of the body. So kind of want to give some backdrop and a little introduction to the topic tonight, because that is the true potential of this spiritual development and path of unfoldment and awakening that you are on. If you're listening to this, especially if you made it already thus far, that you can go beyond what we currently know and understand, because quite frankly, the intangible is far more expansive in terms of our application and exploration. We have not even tapped into but a cup of the drop of water, rather a cup in the ocean of knowledge about what life can really be. So I want to give this gift to you, the listener, the practitioner, the aspirant, the griever, that it doesn't matter if the physical sense of the person you knew and loved dropped away, that you can still connect with them on this realm of the heart. And that will never go away. And you can ask for signs and they will be bestowed upon you. There's so many things that you can do. And tonight we're going to explore that. So get those last few wiggles out, shake it out. Any tensions of the day, wiggle them away. When you hear the first 3 taps of the singing bowl, shift your attention fully to the sound of your own inhale as you hear the ring. And with concentration, effortlessness, and love, chant out a mighty Om. For those 3 taps, sink deeper and deeper into a state of stillness, letting go of the future worries, the past pains, and remaining purely in the present moment, the now. As we begin this process of awakening to the full potential of the heart, one of many aspects of its own abilities and our own powers as gods and goddesses of manifestation and creation. Give yourself the space now to set an intention of whom you'd like to connect with. If there is a pull for more than one, recognize that we're all connected all the time. Everything is energy. Everything is intertwined, for all is one. So fill your heart up with its aspirations of union with multiple loved ones if necessary. And with this final tap of the singing bowl, shift your attention fully to the sound of the ringing as it fades into silence, into the stillness. So to allow the dust to settle within your very beingness, the mind, the emotions, the sensations to drop away, leaving nothing but you, the observer, that radiant light of love. The essence of what we are goes beyond time, space, physicality, and in truth, comprehension to the finite nature of the human mind. For we are beyond beginning and end. We are beyond birth and death. We are eternal. that essence of me-ness that embodies each and every one of us, every living thing in this reality, as its own source of light, stemming from the one eternal fire. It's this common thread, this beingness of one, that connects everyone on this fundamental ground of existence. We currently live in a matrix of light. Whether or not you currently believe in such things, you must recognize this is a Western science physically proven, quantified, and an ancient spiritual understanding. That this is an illusory play. And although it feels very real and immersive, we must come to recognize that this is not the true place of our own beingness. This is but a beautiful play of experience to grow, to develop ourselves, to heal, and to experience such things as transformation, to experience such things as birth and death. Rest assured that life does not end when this body drops away. And in this very nature, give yourself love to transcend and overcome any tensions and apprehensions and fears you may have with this concept of death. Come to recognize this is not your first life, but one of many. Yet at all times, that higher self, that utmost bird's eye view of our lives, is that essence of our pureness in which is always and forever shall be open to each and every one of us to fully realize and actualize in our current conscious life. But it stems through this understanding that you are beyond the flesh. You are beyond the body. The soul, the essence, that unique light of love that our loved ones will always have and are, just like we are. So too they transcend physicality and normality, go beyond the limitations of the five senses, come to understand that we see but a sliver, a speck in the full spectrum of what is observable in this reality. Begin to bring the being or multiple beings in which you want to connect with into your heart. Whether it be a name, their smell, their image, the feel. In the center of your chest, imagine that radiating light expanding like a flower unfolding. Like a beacon, like a lighthouse shining out its rays to the sea, so too your radiant light of the heart calls out to your loved one and loved ones. For those that move on, protect us, guide us, and serve as angels. They're here to assist while they're currently on that realm of its own form of physicality, one can say. But come to recognize again, you transcend in life. The eternal nature of our beingness transcends time and space. Continue to focus on that bridge of the heart, that image, that knowingness of your loved one and loved ones. If you haven't yet, remain in the stillness until you can feel that grasping of the energetic hands, until you feel that presence around you within the own beingness of your own perspective and perception. Even in the Western understanding, we know that multiple things can exist simultaneously at great distances. So too, the divine nature and power of our own beingness goes beyond time and space and locality. It's here we come to recognize that our loved ones are always around. They're always here to help us, to uplift us, to guide us. But just like any means of communication, there has to be some form. There has to be some medium to transmit the sounds, whether it be a funnel to a phone. It matters not, for everything we were born with is all we've ever needed to fully optimize our experience here. For our means of communication with spirit, with those beyond this realm of physicality, is that bridge of the heart, that portal of love and light. For it connects us directly to Source and connects us to all. For everything is of the One. Continue to marinate, taking deep belly breaths, filling up the body with as much chi and prana, these vital energies around you in this ether, into the physical form as much as you can, filling up each and every cell as you radiate with that loving light you are. Continue to go beyond just the loved one you envision and call out to the loved ones, the ancestors, your guardians, your angels, your gatekeepers, your teachers, your celestial and planetary siblings looking over you. And simply shine love and light upon them. For grieving with grace is a process of not only receiving love, but radiating it, giving grace and gratitude, thanksgiving and praise to those who have assisted us on this journey to celebrate the life lived of those that have moved beyond. And although the form in which we experience them changes, it's through this understanding of self and life and all that enables us fully to communicate, to connect, to be with those in this intangible realm we currently lack the conscious understanding of. For life is eternal. It's only the means and methods in which we choose to communicate within this human experience that limit us to witnessing, knowing, and experiencing the magic that everything in this life can provide us. When you hear the next tap of the singing bowl, take a nice deep breath in. And with your exhale, transform it into a powerful and mighty Om, giving thanksgiving and praise to your loved ones, to your ancestors, those guardians, those angels, gatekeepers, teachers, and our celestial and planetary siblings. As you continue to radiate that love and know that that bridge of the heart, shall you direct it towards any loved one or the multitude of them, that you are always connected with those that have moved beyond. Like any muscle, we must train it. So too this bridge of the heart in your proclamation of the Om shall be strengthened as you work with, as you give love and receive love to your loved ones. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you, and thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's always important to recognize that things don't always make sense in the present and current moments, the now. But when we allow time to unfold, allow these experiences to develop, we can kind of see objectively the total time lapse of events. And we can see the reasons why certain things happened. And we're not always going to want them to happen. But this is where spirituality, our development, our awakening plays a vital role, because when you really trust life, when you really have that true definition of faith, you transcend belief and assumption. You come to enter into the knowing of these magical miracles that can be experienced every day, every moment. And it helps you break down those barriers, those walls of fear and apprehension that separate you and cause angst and worry. Because you come to understand and experience the eternal nature of who you are, what all is. It's our birthright here. My heart goes out to all who've moved beyond without realizing it yet, but each of us have this opportunity to capitalize on these experiences that can allow our heart to rest at ease. And ultimately know that everyone grieves differently. But just know that our loved ones that we're grieving for are never gone. And you can connect with them. You can feel their love, their presence. You can ask for their signs and they'll present them to you. You just have to ask. And it has to be coming from that state of sincerity, that still grounded beingness. So, with that, may the fruit of knowledge offer a seed. And in that seed may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment, for a seed shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace. And offer it to all who ask. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. And again, thank you so much for tapping in. Don't forget to smash that like, and we'll be in touch soon. Got a lot of things going on, but I'll keep you posted. Thanks again for your understanding, and if you've lost someone, again, don't forget to reach out to those that are here and give them your love. Love, 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 love. That's all there is. That's all we are. So love fully. Love yourself, allow that cup to overflow, and keep on pouring to all the cups around. I love you so much. Have a great night. Peace.